I just went through the MLS and all of the builder sites to find all the new construction homes available in and around Birmingham, Alabama. And here's what I found. There's only a handful of homes priced anywhere between $200,000 and $250,000. And I want to show you exactly what those look like, what you get, what type of incentives, and if it makes sense for you to move there. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Zach. I'm a local real estate agent here, right here in the Birmingham area. And I help people just like you relocate to Birmingham every single week. And in this video, I want to really dive in on what you can get on a budget. So the cheapest, most affordable new construction homes in and around Birmingham. So with all that said, let's jump in. So a little context before we actually get started. There's a few homes that are available to move in right now. Some are proposed construction and some haven't even broke ground yet. So I just wanted to make that clear from the beginning. And this list changes every single week. So if you want to stay up to date with the newest houses that are hitting the market in and around Birmingham, make sure you reach out the link below and just comment the word list. You can also click that link and find the updated MLS listings right there on my website. And if you want to take it a step further and actually have a strategy call so you can see which area fits you best or what's going to fit your budget, click that link in the description for a free strategy call and we can set that up soon. All right, guys, the first house that we have that we're going to look at is going to be by Lennar Homes. It's down in Jemison, Alabama. So Jemison sits roughly about 45 minutes south of Birmingham. So if you need to commute in, it's still not that far. Or if you're working in places like Alabaster, Pelham, maybe even Calera, it really wouldn't be a far drive at all. So let's take a look at what you can get there. All right, if you're looking at the screen here, we've got 65 Jemison Trails Drive in Jemison, Alabama. This is a move-in ready home and it's priced at $195,000. So we're going to take a look at that. So you get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, right over 1,000 square feet. I know it's not big, but I mean, at this price, brand new construction in Birmingham, it's really hard to find. So if we take a look here, you've got an open concept and I want to show you guys an actual 3D tour of this property. So let's take a look. And we're going to start in the living room. So this is towards the back of the house. So if you look, you've got your dining area over here. You've got a nice kitchen area as well. Not a lot of counter space. It's a 1,000 square foot house. So that's really what you sacrifice there. It looks like they've got some type of LVP or hardwood style floor. If we go back to the back here, we'll see this is the primary suite. Again, not very big, but you could probably fit a queen size bed in here. Definitely good if you're just starting out, or maybe you're downsizing and looking for a nice one level. Here's the bathroom. You get a sink, a shower, and a closet space right there to the right. And let's see if we can look in there. There you go. So we're gonna go back out and check out the living room one more time. So if you're standing in the living room looking at the kitchen, you can head up the hall, and this is actually where the front door is to the house. You've got a bedroom right here. Again, decent size, and this is going to show you the front of the house. Also have a bathroom that these 2 bedrooms in the front share. If we head this way, this is that additional bedroom that you get at the front of the house. You've got your laundry area here at the front. And it looks like this is your garage access. They don't have it where we can access that. So there's your front door. So we're going to close the little virtual tour out and I want to show you what the outside of the house looks like. So again, you've got this nice cedar beam in the front. You've got a front facing garage, nice brick. They've got some great landscaping out there. And then the houses are actually spread out a good bit compared to maybe some of the ones on the list that we're about to see soon. So here's the back of the house. You got a nice patio. Everything's brand new. Again, here's that living room, kitchen area. And we just saw this in that 3D tour. So I just wanted to take you through that so you can see it. Again, not a ton of space, but it's great if you're living by yourself or maybe you're just getting started and it's maybe you and one other person. So again, you're about 45 minutes south of Birmingham. This is a great deal, especially at $195,000. And if you look at the price per square foot for these houses in general, they're going to be right under $200 a square foot, which is a killer deal, especially if we're looking at new construction. So again, this is the Jemison Trails neighborhood in Jemison, Alabama. This could be a good fit for you if you don't mind a commute or you're working a little more local to Jemison. All right, guys, next up on the list, we have some houses right in Birmingham. So there's a few different spots that I want to walk you through, but this is by Growth Homes. It's a builder, and they actually partner with the cities to give these assistance programs, and they're building new construction houses in neighborhoods that already have established housing there. So this first one's actually right here in Birmingham. You're very close to the downtown scene, and it is right south of the Shuttlesworth Airport, where a lot of people come in and out. Especially if you've ever traveled into Birmingham on plane, you've probably been through that airport. But this one sits right here in the Woodlawn area of Birmingham, and I want to take you through what the house actually looks like and what type of assistance you get. I do want to shout out Stokes & Company Realty. It's got this listing. A nice landscaping outside, kind of a craftsman style, one level. So got a little porch. Again, it's similar to the previous house we just saw. You've got a nice open living space. You got a little more countertop space in this one. Looks like you've got stainless steel appliances. You get a ceiling fan right there in the living room. Yeah, you got a massive island right here in the middle. So plenty of space just to prep for food, different things like that. And pantry right there just for extra storage. And if we look, the owner's suite's going to be right back here. And here's the primary suite. And this is going to be the bathroom that shares with the other two bedrooms. And then in the primary's bathroom, we have this one right here. You've got a nice standing shower with a glass door. You've got stone countertops and some pretty nice vanities in there as well. So they went a little bit higher than some of the other new construction homes we're probably going to see here. You've got carpet in the bedrooms. And then you've got your own little like utility / laundry room area. But again, you got a nice open layout, more of that craftsman style, plenty of natural light. Again, this is already in a neighborhood that has some established housing in it. So that's this one. So now let's talk through the different assistance programs you can get with this builder in particular. So we're going to head over to the City of Birmingham's website, and they're actually partnered with this builder and the brokerage to offer some of these incentives. So let's look at those. Start at the City of Birmingham's website, and here's their down payment assistance programs. So here's the overview of those. You've got assistance up to $10,000, which is probably going to cover the majority of your closing costs. And also some types of loans that you can get, you won't have to put any money down, especially in some of these areas. Some of these lenders offer these types of incentives, so it's really good to shop around and make sure you see what all you would qualify for. All right, so they also have a 5-year forgivable loan at 0% interest with some restrictive covenants. They've got funds that can go towards your down payment. Also, rate buy downs, especially if you are kind of in the market to buy, but maybe that rate's holding you back. You could use some of those funds towards that. Also, they have some different stipulations, like the property has to be in the city limits of Birmingham, and you have to go through a required home buyer education program as a participant. So if you're interested in that, you can visit birminghamalabama.gov and click apply for assistance today, and then get with me, and then we can actually go look at some of these houses and make sure that they are in the limits of Birmingham City itself, so you can qualify for those. All right, guys, the next home on the list, we're actually going to go out to Valor Communities out in Margaret, Alabama. We're going to be looking at the Benton floor plan, and this one's priced at like $219,000. So let's see what you get in Margaret, Alabama. Also, I want to show you what the map looks like, see how far it is from downtown Birmingham itself. All right, guys, if you look at the map here, this is Margaret, Alabama. It sits right between Argo and Moody. It's right past Trussville, if you've ever heard of Trussville before, and it sits probably about 25 to 30 minutes east of Birmingham, and it's not that far, especially compared to like that Jemison house that we just looked at in Jemison, Alabama. So let's take a look and see what you can get in this community for the $220,000 price tag. All right, guys, we're at 15 Stevens Cove Drive in Margaret, Alabama, and the builder is Valor Communities. So we're going to take a look and see what you get for that $220,000 price tag. You get 1,400 square foot, and you get 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths on this one. So a little bigger than some of the other houses that we've looked at already. Here's the living room. Again, you walk in, you've got a lot of natural light here to the left, and then you also have your cabinetry. There is no refrigerator with this one, but I'm sure that they might be able to throw that in as an incentive. You just really have to get with the builder, and that's something that I've even negotiated for my clients before. So let's look through the actual pictures. You've got this nice accent at the bottom here in the living room, so that just adds to it. You definitely get that base white and that neutral wood floor. And again, those cabinets that are that new modern brown that everybody's going with. And then you get this nice stone countertop as well. So we're going to look through some more of these pictures. You got some recessed lighting up here at the top. It's worth mentioning. All right, so if we head upstairs, we actually get to see what these bedrooms look like. You got tray ceilings. I believe this is the primary suite. Yes, it is. So you've got these French doors that lead into the bathroom, that ensuite, and you've got a standing shower, and it looks like you've got 2 separate vanities, which is really nice, especially if you're living with somebody else and you just need that extra space. And you got your toilet right here, and hey, a window so you can look out over the neighborhood while you're going to the bathroom. I mean, why not? Yeah, I would probably get something definitely to put over that window. All right, here's another one of the bedrooms here. You've got tray ceilings in there as well. And another one with the same thing. So there's your 3 bedrooms, and they're all going to be upstairs on this model. And then here's that bathroom that the other 2 bedrooms share. That second bathroom. And then we got some more of these generated pictures. So guys, that's what you get for that $220,000 price range in Valor Communities right there in Margaret, Alabama, about 25-30 minutes from downtown Birmingham. So if you're working in Trustful, maybe you're working in Gardendale, Moody, that area, even in Birmingham itself, you're really not that far. So this would be a great option if you needed a little more space than the other new construction homes that we're looking at. All right, guys, the last house that we're going to look at is located in Calera, Alabama. So Calera is a little more north than Jemison is, but it's still about 30 minutes or so south of Birmingham. But the good thing about Calera is you're a lot closer to Alabaster, Pelham, Helena, and you're still really not that far from Birmingham or Hoover, maybe Vestavia, but you don't have to pay those crazy price tags that you do in those other cities. So let's take a look at what you can get in Calera, and this is another Lennar home, so it's very similar to the first one that we looked at in Jemison. All right, guys, so we're looking at the map here, and it's actually in between Calera and Alabaster right there. The address is Calera, but you can see you're really not that far from Birmingham, probably 30 minutes or so, depending on traffic and really just the time of day that you leave. All right, this one is priced at $224,000, right under $225K, and it is 857 Ashford Drive in Calera. And again, the builder is Lennar Homes. Let's take a look at the pictures and just see what we're working with. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. So here is the finished home, and it looks like they're building one next door to it as well. So we'll click through. We got a nice open living area. Again, you got your little dining area attached to the kitchen. I think y'all are starting to see a theme here. And we've got our living room set up in the same space as well. But what's nice about this floor plan, it looks like they vault the ceilings up to that full 9-foot ceiling, potentially 10 feet. I'd have to double check on that, but that's going to make that room feel a lot bigger. You can see most of these go with that white, light gray color because that natural light that comes in on these smaller homes is kind of difficult because you're limited on the window space you can have. So paint really goes a long way, and I really like the way they've got it staged right now. And here's a little closer look at the kitchen. Fairly basic kitchen. Your refrigerator would actually go here, and you've got your upper cabinetry lower with your microwave installed over the range, and it looks like it might be a gas range, which is really nice, especially at this price point. And then you got your dishwasher as well. We're going to look through some of the bedrooms now. Again, probably big enough for a queen bed, potentially king bed, depending on how big your furniture is. So this is the primary suite. You've got your bedroom there, and then your ensuite. Again, it's just that tub shower combo. Nothing fancy, guys. Just really just getting the job done, especially if you need to be in close to Birmingham or any of the other cities, but you just don't want to pay that price. You get one sink in the ensuite bathroom. And then we're going to look, you've got the tub shower combo and toilet right there as well. So just a very, very quaint bathroom. In the front of the house, you've got your extra bedroom. And then here's that layout so you can get a better look. So we were just in the primary suite right here with its own bathroom, and we only saw one of the bedrooms. We probably saw bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 3 is actually backed up towards the garage, and you would be able to see out over the side. The front of the house, we've got our porch area. We walk in, we've got an entryway, and you actually do get your own little laundry closet there. And then we walk down the hall. That's where that second bathroom is, that this bedroom number 2 and 3 share. And then you walk in, and then you get that nice living room sight line that we saw a second ago. So on their website here, they actually have some different incentives that they're offering at this Calera community. So it's worth reaching out to the builder. And that's something honestly I do on my client's behalf. So if you wanted to make sure that you're not missing out on any of those incentives or just some closing cost assistance or different down payment assistance programs, make sure you reach out. I've got that link below. All right, guys, there you have it. Those are the most affordable new construction homes in and around Birmingham. So if you want that updated list, or you're just curious what maybe your budget can buy you in Birmingham, maybe you can afford over 250, or maybe you're just right at that 200,000. So as you can see, you're very limited on what you can get. But if you want a full breakdown of what each of those cities that I mentioned in here offer, I'd be glad to share that with you over a strategy call. So just click the link below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe below as well, and stay tuned for the next video.